Let me go to Chantel in Berkmanstead on Tony Blair. Have you got news, Chantel, on Tony Blair?
Oh, we're hoping that you will provide us some news, George. I'm sitting here with my partner, Carl. He's a regular listener of yours. And
greetings to both of you.
I get the pleasure of hearing you, from the kitchen or the living room or wherever. We were just, delighted to hear your conversation before on Julian Assange, and thank you, actually, for bringing that to attention of many people. And it was something that you mentioned in one of our questions was whether it was Tony Blair who sold the UK's soul to the devil, and the devil being the United States of America in this case.
Yes, I think that's a decisive junction, the premiership of Tony Blair. The British had, prior to that, a kind of higher sense of themselves as not just an independent and sovereign country, but a former great power. So that, for example, when Ronald Reagan, absurdly rather, invaded the tiny Commonwealth country of Grenada, Mrs. Thatcher called him and boxed his ears over the telephone. She was mortified that the Queen had been insulted in this way by the American president, supposedly a friend and ally of hers, invading a Commonwealth country, the head of state of which was the British Queen, without even by your leave, without even notice that he was going to do that. So even Thatcher had some sense of dignity about Britain's place in the world. That, I think, died at the juncture of Tony Blair's premiership. He saw himself, though, let me add this context or colour, as when he had to share the stage with George Bush as the president's brain. Prior to that, he was in double harness with his alter ego, really, Bill Clinton. They were so similar in so many ways, some of which I can't really tell you. But the change of the guard in Washington to a blithering idiot, to an imbecile, George W. Bush, meant that Blair could pretend to himself that he was Greece to America's Rome, the brains atop the brawn of the United States. But I do think something very significant and fatal changed during the premiership of Tony Blair. And it was his minister, David Blunkett, who, of course, concluded in secret during the summer so that Parliament could not criticize it, this unequal extradition treaty with the United States, which has led to this travesty over Julian Assange.
George, just a quick comment on a few things you said. Too much to go into many questions because I know the time. But when you said that Blair is like Clinton, was he a passenger on the Lita Express?
No, but he was in the Black Book, and his amanuensis, Peter Mandelson, was, of course, well, how shall I put it, a bosom buddy of Jeffrey Epstein.
And also, given that Blair's still got his fingers in many pies in this government and across the world through his Institute for Global Change, I mean, will we see his influence ever disappear?
No, I don't think so. He's more powerful now than he's ever been, and he doesn't have to face questions twice a week in Parliament, or perhaps more crucially, register just how filthy rich he is from all the sordid contracts that he has concluded since leaving office. Chantel, my regards to you and your partner.